Hey guys, welcome back to Star Wars Experience. Today we will be talking about Jedi Fallen Order 2. We'll be discussing when this game should be coming out and what kind of content we should be seeing, as well as the game itself potentially fixing a plot hole that was brought up in the second season of The Mandalorian. Now before we get started, if you don't mind, please smashing that like button and subscribing for more content. Alright, let's get to it.
Do it.
Jedi Fallen Order was without a doubt an amazing game with a great plot and great character development. I loved every single thing about this game, from the puzzles you need to solve to the actual game mechanics. It brought in a whole new level to the Star Wars gaming industry. Plus, I just love the introduction to the new character Cal Kestis, and I'm hoping we get to see more of him in actual live action. As for the sequel, the game is expected to be released in the fall of 2022, and this information was leaked according to a February 2020 Star Wars fan blog. There is no other coverage as to when the game will be released, but since it'll be nearly 3 years since the initial leak was made, it makes sense. That's a standard amount of time for video game development. First game concluded with Cal and Seer deciding it would be impossible to jumpstart the Jedi Order, thus destroying the holocron containing the whereabouts on Force-sensitive children. The sequel has unlimited options as far as plot goes. There is a strong possibility they could continue the Mantis crew, since this was their means of travel in the first game, which could lead to them running into other Jedi or Force-sensitive children. The first game took place 14 years before the Battle of Yavin, so there's a good possibility the sequel will also be before A New Hope. Because of Saw Gerrera's appearance in the first game, there's a really big possibility he'll be in the second, meaning the game would have to be set before 0 BBY. There will definitely be a time jump, but we could expect it to take place anywhere from 10 BBY to 5 BBY. There is also an opportunity for new character introductions. Since the first game took place before Solo, there is a chance we could get to see Han and Chewbacca in the second game. After all, Cal did have good relations with the Wookiees. As far as villains go, I would really like to see an appearance from Maul. I think Maul would have a great introduction to the game and could possibly even help out Cal in some ways, kind of how he did in Rebels. If Cal and Seer happen to run into a Jedi, it would be really cool for them to possibly run into Kanan Jarrus and Ezra. I mean, there's a chance they knew each other before being split up after Order 66. Now for the Season 2 plot hole fix. What I really want to see from this sequel is for them to explain Grogu's survival from the Order 66 purge. Though we know Cal himself doesn't rescue Grogu, there's still a very good possibility they ran into each other during their time as Padawans. I think the game can go into detail about how Grogu was saved from the Purge by doing their flashback training bits we got to experience in the first game. I think it would be really cool to have Grogu placed with Kestis during the gameplay too, kind of like BD1. Either way, I think the sequel has the potential to explain Grogu's survival and how he got to where he was in The Mandalorian. The last thing I would like to see is another face-off between Cal and Vader. Now, as we know from the first game, you kind of get to fight Vader, but not really, considering he didn't even have a freaking health bar. That being said, there's no doubt Cal will become stronger with the Force, as well as lightsaber combat between the first and second game. So seeing an actual fight between Cal and Vader would be great. Of course, Cal can't kill Vader, and I doubt Cal will be killed off either. So I can see this as a showdown where Vader gets wounded, as well as Cal, and Cal ends up having to escape the area for some reason. Whatever the case may be, I think fans would love another rematch. I think the first game was amazing, and so do most others considering the reviews and considering EA surpassed their expected sales numbers. So I believe it would be in EA's best interest to bring to life a sequel. I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes of this sequel and who we could potentially be seeing in it. Leave a comment down below of who you'd love to see showing up in the game. Also, tell me your opinions on my thoughts of introducing Grogu. I know it's far-fetched, but it would be a great idea and a great way to build on Grogu's story arc, and really explain things. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and if you wouldn't mind leaving a like if you haven't already, that would be greatly appreciated. See you next time.